Did you know that for every generation that passes, more and more mistakes are piling up in our human genome? Now, this means that your DNA has more mistakes than your parents' DNA, which has more mistakes than their parents' DNA, which has more mistakes than their parents, which has... You get the point. Now, these mistakes are caused by mutations, which are basically copying errors when DNA is replicated. But thankfully for us, most of those mutations have no noticeable effect. But even if we don't notice them, they're still there. They're corrupting our DNA. Now, a conservative estimate says that 100 to 300 new mutations occur in human reproductive cells. That's per individual, per generation. Now, some numbers are as high as 1,000 new mutations per individual, per generation. That's a lot of mistakes. So most people think that natural selection will somehow get rid of these mutations. After all, isn't that its job? It's not quite that easy. You see, natural selection can only select against mutations that have a noticeable and a significant effect. That's in the moment. So if the mutation is neutral, or even if it's harmful, but it hasn't caused death or serious harm, well, then natural selection won't get rid of it because, literally, it can't see it. And this says nothing of the fact that nature doesn't have a mind anyway. It can't actually select anything. Now, this process leads to what's known as genetic entropy. So that means that basically each generation carries the mutations of their previous generation, plus its own new mutations. And you see, with the high mutation rate, genetic entropy is increasing very quickly. Actually, it's increasing so fast that there's no way that humans have been on the planet for millions of years, like evolution has suggested. Our genetic code would be so burdened with mutations, we'd be such a mess that we'd be extinct. The truth is, our genetic code doesn't look like it's been mutating for even tens of thousands of years. Instead, it looks like it was incredibly well designed and has only been subject to the degrading influences of mutations for a short time, thousands of years. So what does that imply? Well, it certainly fits with the biblical historical accounts that God created mankind about 6,000 years ago with a perfect genome. It wasn't until after sin entered into the world that mutations began to corrupt our DNA. And there hasn't been enough time since then to completely destroy our genome. That's just one more scientific reason that you shouldn't believe in human evolution, as proposed by Charles Darwin at least. It takes a lot of faith. I'm David Rives. Truly, the heavens declare the glory of God.